Good evening, good evening, good evening. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a brand new live edition of Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. I feel like it's been a while since I've done one of these live. Yes, it's been a hot minute. But it is December 2nd of 2022, almost about to be December 3rd, but hope everybody's been doing well. Hope everybody's been having a good week. Hope everybody's Thanksgiving was awesome. Hope everybody got a chance to spend time with family and friends, eat some good food, and enjoy some good fellowship. So hope everybody stayed safe on the roads and, got to their destination safely and got back home safely. But yeah, good to be back on here with y'all. Got a good bit to talk about tonight. Actually, gonna cover quite a bit, or at least try to. But gonna go over the current standings of the Goddess of Stardom Tag League, the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag League, and Super Junior Tag Leagues. Also going to talk a little bit more Stardom. Going to talk about Mayu Iwatani with some news on her. Also going to look towards some different events coming up. Like we know we got ROH Final Battle on the way. Going to talk a little bit about that. We got the Goddess of Stardom Tag League Finals this weekend. So we're going to get a chance to find out who will win the Goddess of Stardom Tag League. Rally Sport, good to see you. Welcome. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Going to talk AEW, going to talk WWE. We recently had another return, and we now know who won the Smackdown World Cup and who will get the Intercontinental Championship title shot against Gunther. Oh, you've got the flu? Oh, I'm sorry to hear. Sorry to hear about that. Hope you get better soon. ASAP. Need you back in 100% ASAP. So work on that. But yeah, we got a good bit to talk about tonight. So let's get started with Stardom. Like I said, we got the Goddess of Stardom Tag League Finals this Sunday, December 4th. So I'm definitely gonna catch that. There's gonna be 9 total matches. They're gonna have 8 tag league matches, and then they're gonna have the finals. So 9 matches to look forward to on finals day. Now, they do have a couple of more days. I believe they have tomorrow. Actually, I think they have tomorrow worth of matches to go through, as well as on the final day. So tomorrow and the 4th. And then the finals, they'll have the finals on the 4th. So, but first, before I get into the current standings, I want to talk some Mayu Iwatani. So, word is that apparently Mayu Iwatani was originally planned to win the IWGP Women's Championship and defeat Kairi. Word was that they were trying to restructure. She wanted a restructure of her contract, Mayu Iwatani, that is. And they couldn't come to an agreement because apparently she wanted more money. And the whole idea was, Mayu was going to be wrestling internationally, like a lot of U.S. shows, supposedly, with this deal and with her being the champ. Now, I don't know. I've talked to some folks. Some folks, feel like she deserves more money, and some folks feel like she's asking for too much. I mean, it is kind of a surprising turn of events because Mayu Iwatani, the icon of Stardom. I mean, we have to remember Mayu, like, has been part of Stardom her whole career. I mean, she came up as a Stardom first class of trainees. So Mayu Iwatani, we want to talk about original. She's as original as they come when it comes to Stardom. So, I mean, I can't really blame her. I mean, because you got to remember, we're talking 2011. Since 2011, she's been with Stardom. Now, of course, I understand she had an excursion with Ring of Honor. I mean, she was a former Women of Honor champion. She had a little bit of an excursion there. But Mayu Iwatani has been with Stardom since 2011. That's a long time. That's 11 years. It's 11 years. So, I mean, I can kind of understand her point about wanting more money. I mean, she's the icon of Stardom for a reason. I mean, when you have somebody that dedicated to your company that has stayed for so long, 11 years, and let's keep it real. Stardom has gotten to be a lot more established now than ever before. Not to mention, they've been working their way, onto, bigger stage. I mean, they're definitely getting there. They've made a lot of progress. But, I mean, I can't really blame Mayu for wanting more money. I mean, she's the icon of Stardom. She's like, she doesn't have to necessarily be the biggest star on the roster, but she is one of them. Especially considering she just recently wrestled in the finals for that IWGP Women's Championship. And, it's not a knock on Kairi. I think Kairi definitely is worthy of holding that title. And I guess, like I said before, it just kind of surprises me because I honestly didn't think Kairi was interested in traveling because, it wasn't too long that she had got back to Japan, and is able to be with her husband. And, she has the gym now. She has her own gym. And it's just a lot of stuff. But, I mean, hey, I just hope this means that she'll be more of a full-timer. But I don't know. But at the same time, with Mayu Iwatani, I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Because, I mean, she wanted to renegotiate her deal. They didn't come to an agreement, so therefore she turned down the opportunity to hold the title. And, it's kind of I know it can be kind of a bummer because, the whole storyline of how she relinquished the SWA title, to go gunning for this IWGP Women's title and all. I mean, I get it, but, I mean, if she wanted more money, I mean, I get it. I mean, she's the icon of Stardom. She's been with Stardom since the beginning. I mean, she's an original. She's a Stardom original. I mean, the company was founded in 2010, and then it really got going. Its first event was in January 23rd of 2011. So, I mean, Mayu is an original. So, I mean, I don't know. What do y'all think about that? Honestly, I can't really blame her. She's a Stardom original. So I can understand her wanting more money. And, to those that feel like she's asking for too much, I mean, I kind of get where you're coming from. I mean, just being that, it's a big opportunity for her to be able to, be the first champion and also travel overseas. Because, I mean, Mayu Iwatani is definitely very loved and respected, despite, the Mayu being Mayu and, her being ditzy and all that and clumsy. She is one of the best in the world. Definitely one of the best in the world. But at the same time, I mean, I get it. She wants more money. You can't really blame her. You can't really blame her. Now, I have no idea what she's getting paid now. I couldn't imagine like what their salary system is, but been with Stardom since the beginning, 11 years, and she wants more money. You kind of can't blame her. I'm just saying. You can't blame her. So it looks like she's not going to get that. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's not to say that she can't get the title down the road, but I mean, I guess just not right now until they can get some sort of deal. And it makes me kind of wonder, like, what her current contract is now. Because, I mean, if it turns out to be one of those things where, there's not a plan in place for her to resign, I don't know what that could mean. She turns 30 next year in January, so we'll have to see what happens. But I'm sure Mayu Iwatani could go anywhere and be a success because it's Mayu Iwatani. Anyway, let's look at the current standings of the Goddess of Stardom Tag League. So, let's look at the Red Goddess block first. Sorry about that. Let's look at the Red Goddesses block. Okay, first off, we have sitting at the bottom. Hey, what's up, Jesse? Mayu is all elite. JK. Hey, it would make me wonder what kind of reaction the IWC would have if she were to become all elite. And then again, you have to also remember there was supposedly desire for AEW Stardom Forbidden Door at some point. Apparently that's what the word is. When will it happen? But you never know. Okay, Red Goddesses block. Still sitting at the bottom with 0 points, now with a record of 0-6, and mathematically eliminated, is My Fair Lady, Mai Sakurai and Lady C. They are 0-6. They have losses to Meltier, Peach Star Rock, Aphrodite, Mafia Bella, Black Desire, and We Love Tokyo Sports. I mean, they got one match left against Karate Brave, but let's keep it real. They're not beating Karate Brave. They're going to end up going winless. It's sad, but I don't even know why they were put together in a tag team in the first place. But My Fair Lady is mathematically eliminated, and they're probably going to end up going winless. Okay. Up next, sitting at 2 points, is We Love Tokyo Sports. They have a record of 1-4. The one victory over My Fair Lady, but 4 losses to Meltier, Aphrodite, Mafia Bella, and Black Desire. And they have 2 matches left against Peach Star Rock and Karate Brave. And also, We Love Tokyo Sports are mathematically eliminated. So they're out of there. The highest amount of points that they can get is 6 points, and that's definitely not enough. Okay, next up, we have Peach Star Rock, who has 4 points. They have a record of 2-2 right now. They have victories. Peach Star Rock, that's Mayu Iwatani and Momokogo. They have wins over Mafia Bella and My Fair Lady, but 2 losses to Aphrodite and Karate Brave. They have 3 matches left against We Love Tokyo Sports, Black Desire, and Meltier. And they're still in it. They're still technically in it, but they can't afford another loss. They really can't afford another loss, especially if Aphrodite and Mafia Bella win their matches. But Peach Star Rock, they're still in it. They're still in it. They're looking like they could make a comeback. It's going to be tough, but they might make a comeback. We'll see. All right, sitting at 5 points is Black Desire, which is Momo Watanabe and Starlight Kid. They have a record of 2-2-1. 2 victories over My Fair Lady and We Love Tokyo Sports. 2 losses to Meltier and Aphrodite, and the draw with Karate Brave. They have 2 matches left, and they are still in it for now. But the highest amount of points they can get is 9. But their 2 remaining matches are against Mafia Bella and Peach Star Rock. Okay. We have one team sitting at 7 points, which is Karate Brave. That's Shuri and Tomoka Inaba. They have a record of 3-1-1. So the 3 victories are over Peach Star Rock, Aphrodite, and Mafia Bella. The 1 loss to Meltier. And then they have the draw with Black Desire. So they have 7 points. They have 2 matches left against My Fair Lady and We Love Tokyo Sports. And honestly, they should be able to win both of those matches. So the highest they can get is, they can get up to 11 points. But they should be able to win those final 2 matches. I'm just saying. And then we have 2 teams tied at 8 points. Or no, excuse me, 3 teams. We have 3 teams tied at 8 points. We have Meltier, Aphrodite, and Mafia Bella. So 3 are up there. And actually, all 3 of them have a record of 4-1. All 3. Let's take a look at Meltier, the current Goddess of Stardom Tag Team Champions. Meltier, Tam Nakano, Natsupoi. They are 4-1 with victories over My Fair Lady, Karate Brave, Black Desire, and We Love Tokyo Sports. The 1 loss to Mafia Bella. They have 2 matches left against Peach Star Rock and Aphrodite. Ooh. Those should be good. Those should be really good. Aphrodite, Utami Hayashishita, and Saya Kamatani, who are also 4-1 with 8 points. They got victories over Peach Star Rock, My Fair Lady, Black Desire, and We Love Tokyo Sports. And they have... actually, they're 4-2. I'm sorry. They're 4-2. They're 4-2 because they have losses to Karate Brave and Mafia Bella. So Aphrodite's 4-2, not 4-1. They're 4-2. And Aphrodite has 1 match left against Meltier. And then Mafia Bella, which is Julia and Thekla, they're 4-1 with victories over Meltier, Aphrodite, My Fair Lady, and We Love Tokyo Sports. The 1 loss to Karate Brave. And they have 2 matches left against Black Desire and Peach Star Rock. Wow. The Red Goddesses block is really, really close, y'all. I mean, Meltier, Aphrodite, Mafia Bella all have 8 points. Karate Brave has 7 points. Black Desire could go on a win streak. They have 5 points, but they're still in it. Peach Star Rock, they have 4 points, but they're still in it. They still got 3 matches left. So, but once again, My Fair Lady and We Love Tokyo Sports are both mathematically eliminated. So they have no chance to win. But the rest of the Red Goddesses block looks interesting. Looks really interesting. But my team to win is Karate Brave. I hope they win. They probably won't, but that's the team I'm rooting for. All right, let's take a look at the Blue Goddesses block. Hey, what's up, Mike? Evening, Jason. I got to say, the Stardom and Showcase Volume 3 was pure joy. I need more judo matches. I got to be honest with you. The judo match was great. I thought that was the best match. The Falls Count Anywhere was very entertaining. But I got to be honest with you. I think out of all 3, Stardom and Showcase, I felt like this was the weakest one. Compared to Volume 1 and Volume 2, I think Volume 3 was the weakest. I mean, there were some bright spots, but I think it was the weakest compared to the other 2. But that's just me. But I'm glad I did get a chance to finally watch it. Jesse says, I'd be down for Karate Brave winning their block. Love me some Tomaka. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Although, I do like Peach Star Rock because I have gotten pretty high on Momokogo. I love Momokogo and, of course, my Iwatani. So, if Peach Star Rock made a last-ditch streak, I'd be fine with that. I mean, there's a lot of good teams on there. Black Desire, I mean, they're former Goddess of Stardom tag team champions. So, hey. Aphrodite, same thing, you know. Julia and Tekla, been very strong. So, I mean, the Red Goddess block is pretty stacked. Pardon me. Okay, Blue Goddesses block. Oh, Mike said the shampoo match, I felt very refreshed after it. Sorry, in that soccer match, I now know why it's called Showcase now. They incorporated Japan's favorite things into wrestling. Yeah, the shampoo match was oh man. It was pretty wacky. But what annoyed me the most, Mike, how the heck do you call a no holds barred match a no contest? That makes no sense. It's a no holds barred match. Anything goes, no DQs. And it was ruled a no contest. That makes no sense. So that was like a big bomb in that show. Not to mention the really craptacular pyrotechnics of the so-called exploding coffin. But yeah. But hey, I was happy for Lady C. I didn't think she would win, but hey, Lady C gets to be all dolled up through zest. So I'm happy for her. Blue Goddesses block. It's very interesting. So we have 3 teams sitting at 2 points. So at least nobody's winless. Nobody's winless on the Blue Goddesses block. All right, 3 teams with 2 points, which are Wing Gory, O2 Line, and Waka Wild. Let's look at Waka Wild. Originally started off as Mina Shirakawa and Saki, but Mina got hurt after the one victory they had. And then Waka Tsukiyama filled in, and of course you can imagine what happened then. They have a record of 1-4, only 2 points. The one win was over BMI 2000. The 4 losses to Fukuoka Double Crazy, Wingori, the New Eras, and 7-Up. They have 2 matches left against Maihime and O2 Line. Okay? And, of course, Waka Wild is mathematically eliminated. The most that they can get is 6 points. Not enough. So they are mathematically eliminated. Okay, O2 Line, which is Azumi and Miyu Amasaki. Mike says, well, they were on the clock, but yeah, that's Stardom. And how about that lettuce, tomato, and cheese match they had recently? Wow. Lettuce, tomato, cheese match. Are you talking about the hardcore match where Prominence had their faces painted and I hope they really weren't using real graffiti spray, because I'm sure that stuff would burn. I'm sure that stuff would burn, because Prominence had their faces sprayed and painted and all that. It was just like, geez. It was crazy. But yeah, TLC. Tomato, lettuce, cheese. There you go. No room for BLT. We're talking TLC. O2 Line. Azumi and Miyu Amasaki. Natsupoi meant tables, ladders, and chairs, but... Oh, that video. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Let's see. O2 Line, Azumi and Miyu Amasaki, they have a record of 1-4. They have a victory over Wingori, but losses to Fukuoka Double Crazy, Maihime, the New Eras, and BMI 2000. They have 2 matches left against Waka Wild and 7-Up. And I know a lot of people will hate to hear this, but O2 Line is mathematically eliminated. A lot of folks were looking at this as a very promising team with Azumi and Miyu Amasaki, but they are mathematically eliminated. It's a shame. It's really a shame. And then we have Wingori, Saya Ida, and Hanan. They have a terrible record of 1-5. They have the 1 victory over Waka Wild and 5 losses to Fukuoka Double Crazy, O2 Line, Maihime, BMI 2000, and 7-Up. And they have 1 match left against the New Eras. Ugh. And they are also mathematically eliminated. Dang. So we got 3 teams in the Blue Goddesses block mathematically eliminated. Yikes. Well, that's how it be sometimes. That's how it be sometimes. Okay. We have 1 team sitting at 6 points. And that's last year's winners, Fukuoka Double Crazy, Hazuki and Koguma. They have a record of 3-2 with victories over Wingori, O2 Line, and Waka Wild, but 2 big losses to 7-Up, BMI 2000. They have 2 matches left against Maihime and the New Eras. Mike says, why is Saya Ida being wasted like this? That is a good question. I mean, honestly, I asked the same thing for Hanan as well as Lady C and even Miyu Amasaki. You know, Lady C, she's definitely been eating a lot of losses. I mean, yeah, she won at Stardom and Showcase Volume 3, but she's another one that's being wasted. So that's a good question. And it's crazy because Saya Ida and Hanan are both former Future of Stardom champions. So, yeah. There goes some of that weird, I don't understand Stardom booking for you. But yeah, Fukuoka Double Crazy, 2 matches left against the New Eras and Maihime. They're still in it. They can win up to 10 points. We have two teams tied at 7. Two teams tied at 7. We have the New Eras, which is Mirai and Amisore. They are 3-1-1. So they have victories over O2 Line, Waka Wild, and BMI 2000. One loss to Mai Hime, and a draw with 7-Up. They have 2 matches left against Fukuoka Double Crazy and Wayne Gory. So they can get up to 11 points. And then the other team with 7 points is 7-Up. Hey, 7 for 7-Up. That's Nene Takahashi and you. They have a record of 3-1-1. Victories over Fukuoka Double Crazy, Wayne Gory, and Waka Wild. One loss to Mai Hime, and then the draw with the New Eras. And they got 2 matches left against O2 Line and BMI 2000. And then we have 2 teams tied with 8 points apiece, and that's BMI 2000 and Mai Hime. So let's take a look at BMI 2000. That's Natsuko Tora and Ruaka. They have a record of 4-2 with victories over Fukuoka Double Crazy, Wayne Gory, O2 Line, and Mai Hime. 2 losses to Waka Wild. That's when they had Mina Shirakawa. I wanted to point that out. And to the New Eras. And then they have 1 match left against 7-Up. And then we have Mai Hime. That's Micah and Himeka, also at 8 points with a record of 4-1. They got the victories over Wayne Gory, O2 Line, the New Eras, and 7-Up. They have the 1 loss to BMI 2000. And they have 2 matches left against Waka Wild and Fukuoka Double Crazy. Now, Blue Goddess block is a little more interesting. So you got 3 teams mathematically eliminated. Once again, those 3 teams are Wayne Gory, O2 Line, and Waka Wild. Fukuoka Double Crazy have 6 points. They pretty much need to win out. They need to win out. They really can't afford another loss. The New Eras and 7-Up have an opportunity to finish really strong, as high as 11 points. BMI 2000 and Mai Hime are tied, but BMI 2000 holds the tiebreaker over Mai Hime since they defeated them. But Mai Hime still has 2 matches left. So it's going to be close. But you know what? Looking at both of these blocks, who do I think will be in the finals? That's tough. I think for the Red Goddess block, I could see it either being Aphrodite, Mafia Bella, or Karate Brave. I don't think Meltier will make it to the finals. The sleeper is Peach Starrock, only because despite it being a team of Momokogo and Mayu Iwatani, you do not want to count out Mayu Iwatani, especially being that she doesn't have a title right now. They could have her win this tournament. As crazy as that sounds, they could have her win this tournament. Her and Momokogo. It would be crazy, but don't put it past them. Because we have to remember, she just lost the IWGP Women's Championship Finals, and she relinquished the SWA title. So, just something to keep in mind. But I think top 3, is either going to be Aphrodite, Mafia Bella, or Karate Brave. I'm picking either of those teams to make it to the finals for the Red Goddess block. For the Blue Goddesses block, this is much tougher. So one, I'm going to say that Fukuoka Double Crazy will not make it to the finals. Honestly, I think it's going to either be My Hime, BMI 2000, or 7-Up. The new eras, I think, will come close, but I don't think they're going to make it. But I'm going to say either 7-Up, BMI 2000, or My Hime makes it to the finals for the blue block. But I'm looking forward to the finals. Definitely looking forward to the finals. And Mike says, I'm gonna say my Angels. So then Karate Brave. Sure, he wins the tag tourney, then loses title to Julia at that event. Were you originally going for Meltier? Tam Nakano Natsupoi? I mean, I just didn't see them making it to the finals, mainly because, they're the current Goddess of Stardom tag team champs. So that's why I wasn't thinking that they were going to make it to the finals. But I mean, it could happen. But yeah, I would like Karate Brave to win the whole thing. But you got some great teams in this tournament that I would be happy for a lot of them to win, to be honest with you. So as much as I want Karate Brave to win, I also am keeping kind of an open mind as well. I can dig that. But yeah, we got the finals coming up December 4th. Looking forward to it. And then don't forget, we got quite a bit to look forward to Stardom-wise, because we still got New Blood number 6. And then, of course, we got Stardom Dream Queendom. So we got a lot to look forward to. And then, of course, next year, I'm so excited for that Triangle Derby. That 14-team trios tournament. Woo! That's going to be crazy. Mike says, last thing before I go, Sasha Banks has been teasing becoming a Joshi, hashtagging on Twitter. She's also training in Mexico. Mina Shirakawa has been traveling a lot, healing fast. Can you see them teaming up? Mina Shirakawa and Sasha Banks. I mean, why not? I mean, Sasha and Mina either in Stardom or WWE. Here's the thing with that. I am more focused now. As far as them being a team, I would like to see that. I think it'd be interesting. But I think for Mina, I think they need to drive her direction towards a redemption story of her coming back and coming after Saya Kamatani for the white belt. I think anything outside of that should take a back seat. I say that because Mina Shirakawa has greatly improved in the ring. So personally, I would rather have her on a redemption story to come back healed up and go on a tear for the Wonder of Stardom Championship. As far as Sasha and Mina in WWE, heck no. Mina in WWE, they would not take her seriously. No. No. I know Triple H is in charge, but no. Being that Mina did gravure, which, that doesn't really matter, but I just have a feeling they would not take her seriously. I don't think they would take her seriously in the WWE. I could be wrong, but I don't think I'd want to find out. That's my only thing. I mean, if she has a desire to go to WWE, more power to her, but I don't think they would take her seriously. I mean, they don't even take Saray seriously, and they have her getting bullied in NXT, and then now she's nowhere to be found. So I agree with everything you said, especially the WWE thing. I mean, I would love to see Sasha in like a Stardom ring or a TJPW ring or Ice Ribbon, something. I mean, I'd be all for it. Sasha Banks in a Joshi ring, I'd be all for it. Why not? She seems to have a strong appreciation for it. And she's trained with like the Mina Shirakawas and the Meiko Satomuras. And, you know, I would like to see how she would do in Japan. Why not? I mean, I hope she's ready for stiff. That's all I'll say about that. I hope she's ready for some stiff action because wrestling in Japan is a whole different story. That's all I can say. It's a whole different story. But I hope she gets the opportunity. I would not mind. I would not mind at all. All right. Let's switch gears to New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, we're going to start off with let's start off with the Super Junior Tag League results. So, also just a FYI, I believe the finals for both will be on, I believe, December 14th. That's when the finals are for both World Tag League and Best of Super Junior Tag League. Yeah, December 14th. Wow, on a Wednesday. Really? Really? On a Wednesday? Huh. Weird. That's weird that the finals is on a Wednesday. That's really weird. Anyway, let's start with the Super Junior Tag League. Okay, sitting at the bottom, 3 teams tied with 2 points apiece. And that's Kushida and Kevin Knight, Doki and Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and Sho and Dick Togo. Let's take a look at Sho and Dick Togo. House of Torture. They are 1-5. They have the one victory over Yo and Lio Rush. Losses to Kushida and Kevin Knight, Robbie Eagles and Tiger Mask, Alex Zane and El Lindemann, TJP and Francesco Akira, and Austin and Bay. They have 2 matches left. No, excuse me. They got 3 matches left against Doki and Kanemaru, Teton and Bushi, and Taguchi and Clark Connors. But they are, thank God, they are mathematically eliminated. I'm sorry, House of Torture sucks. And I have no shame in saying that. House of Torture sucks. Always have and always will suck. But yes, the highest that they can get is 8 points. It's not enough. They are mathematically eliminated. All right, let's take a look at Doki and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. They are also 1-5. Victory over Kushida and Knight. Losses to Taguchi and Connors, Tiger and Eagles, Yo and Lio Rush, Bushi and Teton, and Bay and Austin. They have 3 matches left. They are also mathematically eliminated. And then we have Kushida and Kevin Knight, also with 2 points, record of 1-5. The victory over Sho and Dick Togo, losses to Taguchi and Connors, Yo and Leo Rush, Zayn and Lindemann, Bushi and Titan, and Doki and Kanemaru. They have 3 matches left against Bay and Austin, TJP and Akira, and Tiger and Eagles. They are also mathematically eliminated. So that's 3 teams so far mathematically eliminated from this tournament. Okay, we have 2 teams tied at 4 points apiece. And that's the team of Ryusuke Taguchi and Clark Connors and Tiger Mask and Robbie Eagles. Let's take a look at Tiger Mask and Robbie Eagles. They are 2-4. Victories over Doki and Kanemaru and Sho and Dick Togo. Losses to Yo and Leo Rush, Zayn and Lindemann, TJP and Akira, and Austin Bay. They have 3 matches left against Bushi and Titan, Kushida and Kevin Knight, and Taguchi and Clark Connors. They're still technically in it, but they're going to need to win out to have a chance. They're going to need to win out. And then let's take a look at Ryusuke Taguchi and Clark Connors. They are 2-4. Victories over Kushida and Knight and Kanemaru and Doki. Losses to Austin and Bay, TJP and Akira, Bushi and Titan, and Zayn and Lindemann. They have 3 matches left against Tiger and Eagles, Yo and Leo Rush, and Sho and Dick Togo. Same thing. They're still in it, but they're going to have to win out in order to have a chance. Both of these teams, the highest they can get is 10 points. So they're going to have to win out to even have a chance. Okay. We have 2 teams tied at 8 points apiece. That's Yo and Leo Rush and Bushi and Titan. Let's take a look at Bushi and Titan. They have a record of 4-2. They have victories over Taguchi and Connors, Kushida and Knight, TJP and Akira, Kanemaru and Doki. And then 2 losses to Zayn and Lindemann and Austin and Bay. They have 3 matches left. They are still very much in it. Yo and Leo Rush, also with 8 points. They also are 4-2. They have victories over Kushida and Knight, Tiger and Eagles, Doki and Kanemaru, and Austin and Bay. They have 2 losses to TJP and Akira and Sho and Dick Togo. They have 3 matches left, which are against Connors and Taguchi, Zayn and Lindemann, and Titan and Bushi. Still very much in it. And then we have 3 teams tied at 10 points. The teams are Alex Zayn and El Lindemann, TJP and Francesco Akira, and Ace Austin and Chris Bay. Let's look at Bullet Club. Ace Austin and Chris Bay. They were on a roll, but then they finally lost their first match. They have a record of 5-1. They have victories over Taguchi and Connors, Tiger and Eagles, Bushi and Titan, Kanemaru and Doki, and Sho and Dick Togo. And they have the 1 loss to Yo and Leo Rush. And they have 3 matches left against Kushida Knight, Zayn and Lindemann, and TJP and Akira. They are still my pick to win the Super Junior Tag League. They are my pick to win this tournament. All right, let's take a look at the current IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, TJP and Francesco Akira of United Empire. They, too, are 5-1, with victories over Taguchi and Connors, Tiger and Eagles, Yo and Lio Rush, Zayn and Lindemann, and Sho and Dick Togo. They have the one loss to Bushi and Teton. Okay. They have 3 matches left against Kushida Knight, Kanemaru and Doki, and Bay Austin. And then we have Alex Zane and El Lindemann. 5-1. Victories over Taguchi and Connors, Kushida and Knight, Tiger and Eagles, Bushi and Teton, and Sho and Dick Togo. 1 loss to TJP and Francesco Akira. 3 matches left against Yo and Lio Rush, Kanemaru and Doki, and Austin and Bay. Ooh, so those are your top 3 teams. Ace Austin and Chris Bay, TJP Francesco Akira, Alex Zane and El Lindemann. Ooh, this could go either way. And let's not sleep on Bushi and Teton and Yo and Lio Rush. They both have 8 points. But like I said, I'm picking Ace Austin and Chris Bay to win the whole thing. But still, at least 3 sets of matches left. Should be fun. Should be really fun. But those are your results of the Super Junior Tag League. Now let's go over to the World Tag League. And oh man, this one's a lot more interesting, but also at the same time it's unfortunate as well. So let's go ahead and get started. We have 2 teams sitting at the bottom with 0 points. We have the teams of Evil and Yujiro Takahashi and Alex Conklin and Gabriel Kidd. Let's take a look at Conklin and Kidd. They are 0-5 right now and have not been able to get along. They have losses to Tanahashi and Yano, Naito and Sanada, Okan and Aaron Hanare, Nichols and Haste, and Fale and Chase Owens. They have 4 matches left against Goto and Yoshihashi, Aussie Open, Suzuki and Archer, and Evil and Yujiro. But they are mathematically eliminated. Kidd and Conklin, they're mathematically eliminated. And then we have Evil and Yujiro Takahashi of House of Torture. They have a record of 0-5. Losses to Goto and Yoshi, Bishamon. Great Okan and Aaron Hanare, Aussie Open, Haste and Nichols, and Fale and Chase Owens. They have 4 matches left, but it's not going to matter because they are mathematically eliminated. Thank God. We have 1 team. Was Francesco Akira a former Young Lion? I don't believe so. If I remember correctly, he came from a different promotion. If I remember correctly, he came from a different promotion. So he started off in an Italian pro wrestling circuit. Rising Sun Wrestling Promotion, ASCA Wrestling, Over the Top Wrestling and Attack Pro Wrestling. But his first big stage was All Japan Pro Wrestling. So his first big stage, All Japan Pro Wrestling. So that's where he's from. Still very young. Only 23 years old. Still very, very young. Just never heard of him until earlier this year. Same here. Same here. Dude is good. Dude is really good. But nah, thanks for asking. But yeah, all Japan Pro Wrestling. But yeah, nah, not a young lion. But nah, good question. Really good question. Okay. Team that has 4 points, Bad Luck Fale and Chase Owens. Unfortunately, due to a death in the family for Chase Owens, he had to bow out for the rest of the tournament. So this team they're actually finished. And even though they're mathematically eliminated, it's understandable. They were able to finish with 4 points, and which was the 2 victories over Alex Conklin, Gabriel Kidd, and Evil and Yujiro. And they had losses to Toru Yano and Tanahashi and Suzuki and Archer. And like I said, they had to forfeit the rest of their matches due to Chase Owens being out due to a death in the family. So prayers, my condolences go up for Chase Owens, the crown jewel of Bullet Club. So yeah, those are never easy to deal with, but totally understandable that he had to drop out. So it is what it is. But Bad Luck Fale and Chase Owens are mathematically eliminated. We have 3 teams tied at 6 points. Minoru Suzuki, Lance Archer, Bishamon, and Hiroshi Tanahashi and Toru Yano. Let's start off with Tanahashi and Yano. They're 3-2 with victories over Bishamon, Conklin and Kidd, and Fale and Owens. Losses to Aussie Open and Suzuki and Archer. They have 4 matches left against Sonata, Naito, Okan and Hanare, Nichols and Haste, and Evil and Yujiro. All right, let's look at Bishamon, which is Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi. They are 3-2. Mike says All Japan. Wow, got a lot of respect for him. Yeah, he that was his first big stage. Yeah, All Japan Pro Wrestling. Sure did. Mad respect. So 3-2 for Bishamon. Victories over Naito, Sonata, Evil and Yujiro, and the forfeit victory over Fale and Owens. 2 losses to Yano and Tanahashi and Aussie Open. They have 4 matches left against Conklin and Kidd, Okan and Hanare, Haste and Nichols, and Suzuki Archer. And then we have Minoru Suzuki, Lance Archer. They are 3-2. Victories over Tanahashi and Yano, Okan and Hanare, and Fale and Owens. 2 losses to Aussie Open and Nichols and Haste. They have 4 matches left against Bishamon, Conklin and Kidd, Naito and Sonata, and Evil and Yujiro. Let's see. And of course, all 3 teams are still alive. We have 2 teams tied at 8 points apiece. The teams are the Great Okan and Aaron Hanare and Tetsuya Naito and Sonata. Let's look at LIJ. Tetsuya Naito and Sonata, they are 4-2. They have the victories over Conklin and Kidd, Aussie Open, Okan and Hanare, and the forfeit victory over Fale and Owens. 2 losses to Bishamon and Haston Nichols. They have 3 matches left against Tanahashi Yano, Suzuki and Archer, and Evil and Yujiro. And then we have, the Great Okan and Aaron Hanare. They are 3-2 as well, with victories over Evil and Yujiro, Haston Nichols, Conklin and Kidd, the forfeit victory over Owens and Fale, 2 losses to Naito Sonata and Suzuki and Archer. They have 3 matches left against Bishamon, Tanahashi and Yano, and Aussie Open. Okay, and then we have 2 teams at the top tied at 10 points apiece, which are Mikey Nichols and Shane Haste. Hey, the former TM61 back in NXT. And Aussie Open, Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher. Let's take a look at Mikey Nichols and Shane Haste, TM61. They have a record of 5-1. They've been looking good. They've been looking really good. They got the 5 victories over Alex Conklin and Naito and Sonata, Suzuki and Archer, Evil and Yujiro, the forfeit victory over Fale and Owens. And the 1 loss was to Aaron Hanare and the Great Okan. They have 3 matches left, which is against Tanahashi Yano, Bishamon, and Aussie Open. And then let's take a look at Aussie Open. Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher. They've been on a roll as well. They are 5-1. They have victories over Tanahashi Yano, Bishamon, Suzuki and Archer, Evil and Yujiro, and the forfeit victory over Fale and Owens. The 1 loss was to Naito and Sonata. They got 3 matches left against Conklin and Kidd, Okan and Hanare, and Nichols and Haste. So my original pick was Aussie Open to win this tournament. But you know what? It would not shock me if they pulled the trigger on Mikey Nichols and Shane Haste. I think that would shock a lot of people if they won this tournament. But honestly, I think Aussie Open's going to pull it off. I really do. I think they're a mad favorite to win this tournament. And it's been showing. They've been on a roll. You know, they had the 1 loss to Naito and Sonata, but Aussie Open's been on a roll. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting. But once again, the 3 teams mathematically eliminated from the World Tag League are Alex Conklin, Gabriel Kidd, Evil and Yujiro Takahashi, and Battle at Fale Chase Owens. So those 3 are out. But yeah, still quite a lot of tournament matches left. At least 3 sets for both the World Tag League and the Super Junior Tag League. The finals will be on December 14th. So just a heads up. As far as the upcoming schedule, I also wanted to make a note that they are doing a second night of Wrestle Kingdom, which will be Wrestle Kingdom 17 in Yokohama on January 21st. So not only do we have Wrestle Kingdom at the Tokyo Dome on January 4th, we have Wrestle Kingdom in the Yokohama Arena January 21st. And let's not forget New Year's Dash is January 5th, the day after Wrestle Kingdom. So, woo! And they got 3 New Beginning big shows that they announced as well. They got the New Beginning in Nagoya, January 22nd. Wow, that's the day after Wrestle Kingdom in Yokohama Arena. Goodness gracious. They also have the New Beginning in Sapporo, which that will be two days, February 4th and February 5th. And then you have the New Beginning in Osaka, February 11th. Woo! They're starting off with a bang. Like, for real, for real. But hey, a lot to look forward to in New Japan Pro Wrestling beginning of the year. It's exciting. It's really, really exciting. Looking forward to it. And I think they just opened up tickets for New Year's Dash. I think they're doing the same type of packages that they did for folks coming internationally for Wrestle Kingdom. But hey, that's cool. I can dig it. Can definitely dig it. So let's shift gears to let's shift gears to AEW. AEW's been quite interesting. First off, welcome back, House of Black, Malachi, Buddy Matthews, Brody King. Great to see them back. Of course, Julia Hart. Glad to see the House of Black back, and I hope at some point they do get a AEW Trios Championship run. They have to. They got to get that at some point. Hangman, Adam Page is back, and he brawled with Mox. Now, we got to remember what happened before. You know, the match that they had before. Hangman took that clothesline, flipped, and landed badly on his head and neck. So, for those that were looking for Jon Moxley after he lost the title to go on vacation, looks like that's going to have to be put on a hold for now because we got Moxley and Hangman rekindled. So, hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And they brawled like crazy. On Dynamite. But, I mean, it makes sense. It definitely makes sense. We had a banger of a match between Dax Harwood and Bryan Danielson. And, you know, it doesn't surprise me because, which I'll get to this later because I still have to talk about Wrestlecade. But Dax Harwood had a banger of a match at Wrestlecade against Speedball Mike Bailey, which I'll go into that a little later. I'm gonna probably finish with Wrestlecade, so just stay tuned to that. But yeah, Dax Harwood, Bryan Danielson, excellent, really, really excellent match. And little by little, we're getting some more matches booked for ROH Final Battle. Wheeler Yuta's going to get his rematch for the pure ROH championship against Daniel Garcia. So he's going to get his rematch. So that should be good. They had an incredible match last time, or the last two times. Also, a big congratulations to A.R. Fox for becoming All Elite. I have been a fan of A.R. Fox since I first saw him live through the Dragon Gate U.S. promotion when they came to Burlington, North Carolina in 06. No, not 06. What am I talking about? It was like I have to look up what date. What date was that? Because now I'm having a brain fart. I'm having a bad brain fart. What year was that? Oh my God. Bear with me for a second, y'all. Bear with me for a second. I should know this like off the top of my head. What the heck? 2011. I'm so sorry. 2011. I don't know why I was thinking 06. What the heck? 2011, on April Fool's Day, It was Dragon Gate USA opened the Southern Gate. Yes, I was at that show, front row live. That was the first time I ever saw AR Fox. And I've been a fan since. I've seen him wrestle for them, for Evolve as well, live. So I was so stoked to see AR Fox get his all elite graphic, and he signed a contract with AEW. So hopefully they do some great things. And he's another high flyer, another great high flyer. So congratulations to AR Fox. And you know what? He had a good match against Samoa Joe. He had a good match. It was a TNT Championship Open Challenge. And you know what? It wasn't a squash. It wasn't a squash. And as you know, it shouldn't have been a squash. So it was booked right. You know, him and Samoa Joe had a great match. Hey, I have no complaints. And then the William Regal MJF segment. Whew. Well, there's been a lot of speculation around the results of this. But I guess I'm hearing more and more info of this being a thing. So pretty much William Regal, MJF were in the ring. The explanation was made about how this pairing even came about. And at the last moment, brass knucks in hand, which I saw him put the brass knucks on, so I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I totally knew this was coming. Went behind his back, knocked William Regal out from the back with the brass knucks. You said I had much to learn, but you made a deal with the devil, was his last comment towards William Regal, who was spitting up blood. So pretty much he used William Regal. He used him. So, I mean, not too much of a surprise. And of course, Bryan Danielson came down to check on him. William Regal got stretchered out. But here's the thing, y'all. Supposedly, this is how they are writing him off, because the word is that he may be going back to WWE. Well, I mean, look at it this way. Oh, hey, what's up, John Elite? So what's the status of Regal's contract? Because it feels like he's leaving AEW. And that's the thing that was in such question, because it seemed like, I guess, according to Meltzer, that he was on a 3-year contract. But I guess that's not the case. I have no idea. But there's a lot of signs pointing to him returning to WWE. And we have to also remember, Triple H admires William Regal. And William Regal was a great general manager for NXT. Now, I know that's more so under Shawn Michaels now, but you know what? I could see William Regal returning to WWE and being the general manager of Raw or SmackDown. Maybe Raw. You know? I mean, so, I mean, I could definitely see that happening, personally. I could see that happening. Him going back to WWE, him being, general manager of Raw. I'd say why not? Why not? I mean, if that's what he wants to do, why not? You know, I'd be totally down. I would totally be down. John Elite says Regal should also do War Games if he does, in fact, return to WWE. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But you know what? I think Triple H would treat him really, really good. I think they would do him really, really good. Absolute Ricky Starks beat Ari Daivari, squashed him pretty much. We got him and Ethan Page to look forward to at Winter's Coming. It was good to see Willow pick up a big victory over Anna Jay. And it's going to beat her down. And then, welcome back, Ruby Soho. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Ruby Soho has returned and took it to Ty Mello. Let's not forget, Ty Mello broke Ruby Soho's nose. And she definitely got her revenge back, beat the mess out of her, hit her with a destination unknown. Ruby Soho is back. Destination unknown. Ruby Soho. I love Ruby Soho. I've met her. She's awesome. But it's good to see that she's back. So I hope they do something with her. You know, I don't know if they'll continue this rivalry, but really, really hope they do something great with Ruby Soho now that she's back. So, got the House of Black back. We got Ruby Soho back. I love it. Now, this whole Jade Cargill celebration, I mean, first of all, I'm not really invested in this whole crap with Bow Wow. But, I mean, she's already talking down to the baddies. I mean, she just kicked out Kiera Hogan. I mean, she still has Layla Gray and Red Velvet. They're talking down. Or she's talking down at them. And hopefully, my guess is they're either going to turn on Jade, or as soon as she loses that title, they're gonna just leave Jade. So, John Elite says, "Why is Bow Wow even involved in the first place?" Apparently, some sort of beef went down between the two of them at a different event, and I guess they decided to turn it into a storyline in AEW. So, yeah, that's pretty much what that led to. It was some sort of altercation at a whole different event. Decided to make a storyline from it. Like I said, I'm not really invested in it. And I guess Bow Wow is going to make an appearance maybe at next week's Dynamite in some form of fashion. But, yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, I guess we'll see what happens. Anyway, main event was match number 3 in the best of 7 series between Trios team, Death Triangle, and the Elite. I'm still not feeling the whole Carry On My Wayward Son entrance for the Elite. Just, it's a good song, but I really miss Battle Cry. Another excellent match. This time, the Elite finally get on the board with the victory. It's now 2-1. 2-1 Death Triangle, which I'm pretty sure it's going to go to match 7. It's going to go to match 7. We might as well go ahead and look forward to it. It's going to go to match 7. Not a crazy fan about it, but I mean, at least when they do wrestle each other, they put on awesome matches together. These two trios have great chemistry. Great chemistry. And then Rampage was interesting. They had the All-Atlantic Championship match between QT Marshall and Orange Cassidy in a lumberjack match. Folks were kind of all over the place. Darby Allin versus Cole Carter was actually really good. I was definitely digging that. And I thought it was really cool to see that Darby Allin is challenging Samoa Joe for that TNT title. Wardlow's banned from ringside, and he's even agreed to ban Sting from ringside. So we'll have to see how that goes. I don't think he'll beat him, but Samoa Joe, Darby Allin, that should be excellent. I think that'll definitely be excellent. Private Party versus Jarrett and Jay Lethal. I'm not really sold on Jarrett and Lethal being a tag team, but I like Private Party. But yeah, not sold on Jarrett and Lethal as a tag team, personally. Very interesting that Shane Taylor showed up and confronted Keith Lee. Still got some unfinished business. We got to remember, Keith Lee and Shane Taylor were once a tag team back in ROH called the Pretty Boy Killers. Great tag team. Definitely a great tag team. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. And I'm not really sure what they're trying to do with Swerve and Lee. Like, honestly, just freaking break them up, let them fight each other. Like, I just let them fight each other and let it be over with. Because Swerve and Keith Lee should really be single stars. They should be single stars. Like, they need to go ahead. They need to go ahead and end that. I mean, Swerve in Our Glory was nice at first, but they need to break them up and let them be single stars. Plain and simple as that. Because that is a lot of talent there, and we need to see them flourish as single stars. There's more build-up for Athena versus Mercedes Martinez. Final battle, ROH Women's Championship. She really took it to Danny Moe. Danny Moe, who I have seen before live. She usually wrestles alongside Facade. Really cool group. It'll definitely be interesting to see really just how things go. House of Black appeared, wiped everybody out. But I'm really hoping that perhaps by maybe Revolution or Double or Nothing, that House of Black will be Trios champs. Either by Revolution or by Double or Nothing. I think they should be trios champs. We'll see. But that's what I'm hopeful. And I also wonder what's going to really be next for Saraya. I mean, she got the victory over Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. I mean, there's still a lot of unanswered questions, like what's next for her. When are they going to pull the trigger and have Britt Baker turn on Jamie Hayter? Because we smell it coming. We smell it coming. And then, of course, I'm also hearing about potentially still holding off for Chris Statlander to be the one when she returns to take the belt off Jade Cargill. But I just think that's too long of a wait. I think that's too long of a wait. But that's me. That's me. But we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Okay, let's shift gears to WWE. So it was really good to see the Street Profits are back. Was really happy to see that. Street Profits are back. They're up, and we all want the smoke. We know for sure that I guess it's over between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And once again, Damage Control was made to look like fools because Becky Lynch, just like Bianca Belair, fought off all three members of Damage Control. I'm sorry, if this is not enough evidence to show and prove that Damage Control is weak, period, I don't know what else there is to say. I don't know what else there is to say. You got the women's tag team champs in Dakota Kai and Io Shirai getting manhandled together by Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair has happened at least twice. And Becky Lynch just recently happened, not only through War Games, as she did a dang on senton or leg drop through the table with both champs on there, but she just fought both of them off and Bayley in the arena to backstage. Like, Damage Control is weak. They're a weak stable. Like, and Bayley can't seem to win the big one since returning. Multiple opportunities to dethrone Bianca Belair failed. Like, yeah, John Lee, Damage Control got manhandled by Becky. 100%. They sure did. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, Dakota and Io need to be singles stars. Just, you got too many random tag teams for the ladies in WWE. It's random. I think probably the only legit tag team you have right now is Kaden Carter, Katana Chance. And that says something. I mean, just, and it sucks because I like all three. I like Bayley. I like Dakota Kai. I like Io Shirai. They're amazing. But why are they together in a stable? Toxic Attraction. Good point, John Ali. Yeah, Gigi, Gigi and JC. Yes, Toxic Attraction. Thank you. See, that just goes to show how bad it is. I'm even forgetting legit teams. Toxic Attraction, Katana, and Carter. But like, you got 3 great superstars. And they are getting manhandled. They're getting demolished by one other star. 2, Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch. Like, why? Why? Like, that I do not understand. I will not understand that. In all honesty, I don't understand that. I do not understand that. But, anyway, happy the Street Profits are back. Dexter Lumis got his contract by defeating The Miz, which, we knew that was going to happen. Candice LeRae came back, defeated Dakota Kai. And Raw was Judgment Day has the upper hand again. I don't know. I think probably the most exciting thing about Raw was the return of the Street Profits. That was probably the most exciting thing. Judgment Day manhandling the OC. Becky Lynch manhandling Damage Control. It's ridiculous. So ridiculous. Okay. So we know for the switching gears to NXT. Pardon me. So there's Survivor Challenge tournament or Survivor Challenge, like that's going to happen. Oh, excuse me, Iron Survivor Challenge. That's going to happen at NXT Deadline, which is on the same day as ROH Final Battle, December 10th. So they had a meeting. It was Shawn Michaels, Road Dogg Jesse James, X-Pac, Alundra Blaze, and Molly Holly, who I just recently met, which I'll get into in a little bit. They met and they went over candidates that they felt would be suitable for this Iron Survivor Challenge. And they came to a conclusion. So the 4 competitors announced for the men, four out of the 5, are Carmelo Hayes, JD McDonough, Grayson Waller, and Joe Gacy. With a 5th one to be decided in a wild card match. Gacy, Hayes, McDonough, and Waller. So you have 4 heels. 4 heels that's going to be in this match. Okay, that's... Wow. That's really strange. 4 of your announced competitors are heels. That's crazy. That is crazy. But it is what it is. It's just I couldn't help but notice. I was like, dang, that's 4 heels. And then when you think about it with the ladies, they threw in like 3 of the announced 4 are heels. So for the ladies, It's Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, Zoe Stark, Kiana James. 3 of those ladies are heels. And of course, they're going to do a wild card match to decide the 5th. But dang, 3 of the ladies are heels. Like, dang. I just couldn't help but notice that. But I do think overall, I just have this feeling that eventually Roxanne Perez is going to be the one to dethrone Mandy Rose. I think they're building that up a little by little, but I think it's got to be Roxanne Perez that does it. I really do. I think she's going to be the one to dethrone Mandy Rose. Indeed. We had a whole bunch of different matches. Julius Creed beat JD Madonna. Axiom had a pretty nice match and defeated Javier Bernal. Kiana James, Fallon Henley, that was actually pretty decent. And of course, more of Chase U taking L's as Duke Hudson loses to Grayson Waller. So it's only a matter of time before Duke Hudson and Thea Hall turn on Andre Chase. It's only a matter of time. John Elite says, did they announce when the title shot takes place? They haven't. So the Iron Survivor challenge matches will take place at NXT Deadline. So I am not sure when they will do the title match, which is kind of a bummer because I'm assuming that NXT Deadline will be the next kind of sort of premium live event for NXT this year. So, yeah, there's no telling when they're going to do the title matches for that. The only thing I know is Apollo Crews, Braun Breaker, that title match will be at Deadline. That will be at Deadline for sure. But yeah, that will definitely be at Deadline. Also, I am so excited. Lyra Valkyrie, aka Aoife Valkyrie, is coming to NXT. I cannot wait. I've been a big fan of Aoife Valkyrie since I saw her wrestle for NXT UK. She went on that undefeated streak until she finally lost to Meiko Satomura, but I cannot wait for her return as she'll be part of NXT. And I really hope they do well with her. I really do, because they bombed badly with Saray. They bombed badly so far with Sol Ruka. Tiffany Stratton, I did hear word that she's supposed to be returning, hopefully soon. So, got to keep an eye out for her. But honestly, and I'm guessing Lash Legend, I think is still injured. I think is still injured. But honestly, I have no idea what they're going to do with Saray and whatnot. Dijak made his in-ring return to NXT, defeating Dante Chen. The gimmick is kind of weird. The new gimmick is weird. It's kind of weird. I don't know how y'all feel about Dijak's new gimmick. I think it's kind of weird. It's a little weird. Indy Hartwell, Roxanne Perez was really good. That kicked off NXT. That was really good. But yeah, it's once again safe to say Indy Hartwell's a heel again. I just wonder now that Dexter Lumis has got his contract, if those two will be reunited at some point. Index. Ooh, this is a good question from John Elite. He says, don't you find it funny that NXT got rid of the 2.0 colors, but the NXT and NXT women's titles still have the 2.0 colors. That is a very, very good observation. You are correct. That is a good point. The Nickelodeon belts still exist. But yeah, that's yeah, they may want to I don't know. I mean, maybe there's hope for the new year. That'll change, maybe. But that's a good observation. That's a very good observation. You're right. You are right. But looks like the rivalry is brewing between Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, Kaylee Ray. If I remember correctly, I believe Wendy Chu is one of the ladies that's going to get an opportunity in the wild card match, as well as I think Axiom. I forgot what the other names were, but gonna find out this coming Tuesday. But yeah, just continuing to build things up towards NXT deadline. But yeah. And then when it comes to SmackDown, to be honest, the only two things that stood out to me about SmackDown was, one, the Smackdown World Cup Finals, which was awesome, and another return, the return of the woman with the shiniest wizard, Tegan Nox. She came down to the aid of both of Liv Morgan. But yeah, Tegan Nox is back. I like the new look. It was actually really, really, really cool. And she didn't have the knee braces on, so I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, Tegan Nox is back. Welcome back, Tegan Nox. Great wrestler. Somebody that Triple H liked a lot. So now that Triple H is in charge, I really hope she gets some good booking. John Lee says, I remember Indy and Wendy Chu for the women's wild card. Forgot the other person. Oh, Indy. Oh, yeah, that's right. Indy Hartwell. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Might have been Fallon Henley. Maybe. I don't know. But yes, glad to see Tegan back. Yes. So I hope she gets some good booking. I'm confident. Triple H really likes her. So good to see her back. Looks like she slimmed up some too. Or slimmed down. But yeah. Looks like she got slimmer. Hey, I'm cool with it. It was a bummer seeing Emma get fed to Shayna. Dang. Wasn't that long ago that she returned and she gets fed to Shayna? It was such a bummer. First she gets fed to Ronda, then she gets fed to Shayna. What the heck? I don't get it. I don't get it. But yeah, the Smackdown World Cup Finals. Ricochet, Santos Escobar. Two wrestlers that know each other very well, dating as far back as Lucha Underground, when Ricochet was Prince Puma and Santos Escobar was King Cuerno. So these two know each other very well. Very, very well. So it was good to see them in the main event, especially in the main event. They tore the roof off the arena. But when it was all said and done, Ricochet hits the 630, something I have not seen him do in a while. He has not done that 630 in a while. And he nailed it on Santos Escobar, especially after the odds were even, after the rest of Legado del Fantasma got ejected. But Ricochet wins the Smackdown World Cup, USA, and will get a free Intercontinental title opportunity against Gunther. Congratulations to Ricochet. Good to see him get some spotlight. So definitely happy for him. But yeah, that was pretty much the highlights for me when it came to SmackDown. The return of Tegan Nox and the SmackDown World Cup, to be honest. Sheamus took out the Usos backstage. And let me get this straight. It looks like Sheamus and Drew McIntyre are going to get a shot at the Undisputed Tag Titles against the winner between the Usos and Riddle and Elias. Dang, now they're just throwing random teams at the Usos. Like, what the heck? And I'm even hearing rumors about possibly The Rock being in the Royal Rumble. Yeah. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know if I'd be cool with that. No, thank you. No, thank you. That's all right. I'll pass. That's all right. I'll pass on that. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. Wrestlecade. Wrestlecade 2022. That took place Thanksgiving weekend at the Benton Convention Center in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. John Elite says, heard Eric Young's coming back to WWE. That is what I've heard as well. He got killed off in Impact via Mr. Cody Deaner. Deaner. So that's what the word is, that he's coming back to WWE. And, you know, it seems like, you know, that possibly William Regal looks like that could be happening. So, I mean, I don't know if maybe some sort of consideration of repairing Eric Young with Nikki Cross now that crazy Nikki is back. We also saw Sarah crap, what was her name? Sarah Logan. She recently returned. So we're seeing a lot of folks pop back in WWE. You know, after a lot of them were let go under the Vince McMahon regime, Triple H has made an effort. Emma recently came back. So, and it looks like they're repackaging Lacey Evans again. Like, what? What? Repackaging Lacey Evans again. Why? Well, I hope this time they'll actually give her a legit finishing move instead of the women's right. Hopefully, can y'all do that? Can y'all do that, WWE? Please? Please? Lacey starting to be the big show. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, they both have the same finisher. So Anyways, Wrestlecade had a blast. The only negative that I would say about this year's Wrestlecade, they need to do a better job in the beginning when it comes to directing people where to go. Like, they got to start putting signs up, like where to register, where to pick up your, your wristband, your badge or whatnot, and then, mark where the rooms are, where you can line up. They need to do a better job of that, because I legit went into one of the rooms, no badge on or nothing. Like, the security didn't say anything or do it. I could have been in there the whole time and nobody would have said anything. But, I try to be an honest man. And when I found out that I need to go all the way to the back table, get my wristband, and then go right back in the line, it was annoying. It was just really annoying. I think at the beginning, they need to really establish that. Now, once they got everything going, it was fine. Meet and greets and everything like that, it's fine. So I went Friday and Saturday. Pardon me. I went Friday evening. They had a meet and greet with some of the Impact Wrestling stars. And then they had an IWPF, which is Impact Wrestling Provisional Federation. Or it was IPWF, Impact Provisional Wrestling Federation. Yeah. And it's pretty much, they had a whole bunch of different Impact Wrestling stars playing as old 80s wrestlers, like old 80s characters. It was interesting. It kind of had that old school feel to it. It was all right. It was all right. It was all right. I'm not going to say I was impressed, but it was all right. It was entertaining, but it was all right. It was all right. Saturday was really, really the big day for knocking out a lot of meet and greets. I spent way too much money. Whew. But to give you an idea of the wrestlers that I met, starting from the top, met Josh Alexander. He had the Impact Wrestling World Championship, got to hold that. Josh Alexander, really cool. I met Rhino. Gore. Also held one of the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Championships. I got to meet Bandito. Bandito had a whole bunch of his masks for sale as well. And of course, his line was pretty short, but I was so glad to meet Bandito. He is a really chill guy. Really, really chill. I congratulated him on getting signed to AEW. He was so cool. If y'all ever get a chance to meet Bandito, I highly recommend it. Bandito is awesome. His masks were very expensive. They were like $200-$300. But honestly, if you ever get a chance to meet Bandito, dude is amazing. Great in person. I really enjoyed meeting Bandito. So I highly, highly recommend Bandito. Met Austin Aries, and he actually wasn't a douchebag. It was great. It was great. I'll just leave it at that. Met Jim Crockett. So I thought that was pretty cool, meeting Mr. Crockett. Or not Jim Crockett. What am I talking about? Mr. David Crockett. Which, I had seen him before back at the Crockett Cup. But, yeah, David Crockett was pretty cool. I didn't stay long for that, but he was cool. Met Rikishi. Rikishi was pretty cool. Very chill. Didn't say too much, but very chill. But I have heard rumors that some folks that have met him said that he's kind of a jerk. But I thought he was all right. Thought he was all right. For the second year in a row, got to meet my GOAT of female wrestlers, Gail Kim. And I told her, I was like, this is my second time meeting you. Only difference is this time I'm not as nervous as I was before. But met Gail Kim again. She was really cool, really sweet. Her line is never long. It's crazy. Her line is never long. But I definitely enjoyed meeting Gail Kim a second time. Met Athena. Her line was a decent size, but Athena, really, really chill. I got to pick her brain about her relationship with Asuka / Kana. Those two are like besties. And we have to also note, those two have actually wrestled each other in the indies, even before WWE. So Athena and Kana know each other very well. Although I did tell her it should have been her to end Asuka's undefeated streak, but it's all good. But yeah, Athena, really, really chill, really cool to meet in person. Met Claudio Castagnoli, a.k.a. Cesaro. His line was pretty long, and yeah, meeting him in person, yeah, his arms are real. They are real. Like, whoo, he is jacked. He is definitely jacked. But yeah, Claudio was really cool. Really, really cool. He had a pretty long line, so he was really cool to meet. Met Lince Dorado. Now, Lince Dorado, I've followed for a long time. I first saw Lince Dorado live, once again, Dragon Gate USA 2011 in Gibsonville, North Carolina. And what was interesting, me and Lince Dorado, we talked for a while. So check this out. He shares some information with me. So apparently, they were originally planning to do another Cruiserweight Classic. Y'all remember the Cruiserweight Classic? The one that TJP won? They were actually planning to do another one. And what they wanted to do was, I think he said 16-man tournament where they would have 8 returning and 8 new faces, but plans fell through because I guess the talent that they were trying to get, they weren't able to get. But they were planning, according to Lince Dorado, who was also going to be in it, but apparently they were planning on having a second Cruiserweight Classic, just like they had a second Mae Young Classic. So, just thought I'd point that out. That was what was shared with me. But who knows? With Triple H back in charge, maybe we might get a second Cruiserweight Classic. Met Aubrey Edwards, which I've met before because she's a cousin of a coworker of mine. So it was good seeing her again. It's just weird seeing her in person in casual clothing versus in her referee gear, which she did referee a match or two at the Wrestlecade Super Show. Met Kylan King. And of course, I talked to Kylan King about her match against Mayu Iwatani, which she loved. And she wants to have an opportunity to hopefully go to Japan. And I'm all for it. I would love to see Kylan King in Japan. She put on a banger of a match at Rumble on the 44th Street in that SWA championship match against Mayu Iwatani. I told her, I was like, heck, shoot. Poke your head into Stardom. Go after Shuri. Why not? She said, why not? Shoot. So it was really cool meeting Kylan King. Met Candice Michelle. Whew. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Candice Michelle was was very friendly. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Met the Hex. Meeting the Hex, I'd have to say this I document as my best moment of 2022. So the Hex. Who are the Hex? Tag team of Marty Bell and Allison Kay, aka Sienna. And I got to do something that I never thought that I would imagine doing. So I had the combo, had the meet and greet with the Hex. Got my picture taken with both ladies. I mentioned that I enjoy bachata dancing, which Marty Bell is from Dominican Republic. Bachata is the birthplace, Dominican Republic is the birthplace of bachata. So when I mentioned that, told her how long I'd been dancing that, she put me to the test. So I kid you not, Allison Kay streamed it on her Twitch. And you know what? I'll do y'all an even better one. I'll do y'all even better. That's the link if you want to see for yourself. That's the link right there in the chat if you want to see for yourself. I got a chance for a moment to dance bachata with Marty Bell. I would have never imagined, and I've been a pro wrestling fan for a long time, been to a lot of meet and greets. I would have never imagined I would have the opportunity to do that. So therefore, that is my most memorable moment of 2022. It's crazy. I would have never imagined that would happen. So that was a big moment for me, a very big moment for me. So that was such a blessing. Shout out to Marty Bell and to Allison Kay. The Hex. I don't know if they'll see this, but thank y'all so much. Y'all went above and beyond. And even though Allison Kay was going to charge me $500, honestly, I totally would have understood if she would. But I just thank the both of them for the opportunity to showcase my bachata dancing with Marty Bell. Thank y'all so much. If y'all ever see this, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank y'all enough. Got to meet Saraya. And I only got a picture with her because a combo with her is expensive. She was like, I think $150. Oh my God. But Saraya was cool to meet. Switchblade, Jay White. And he had the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship that I got to hold. Got to meet him. Second year in a row. Really, really cool. John Morrison. Got to meet him. He was really, really cool. Sami Callihan. Which, I've seen Sami Callihan live before because he was another one. Dragon Gate USA, 2011. Rich Swann, got to meet him again for like the third time. And he's somebody that I've enjoyed for the longest time, ever since Dragon Gate. Really proud of his success. I mean, WWE Cruiserweight Champion, Impact Wrestling World Champion. Like, I'm a big fan of Rich Swann. Great high flyer, great guy outside of the ring. Love me some Rich Swann. Met Moose. Of course, Moose was huge, much bigger than me. Jordan Grace. Met Jordan Grace. Yeah. Thick Mama Punk. Met Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards was really cool. Met Chris Sabin again, which I've met him before, of course, with Alex Shelley, the Motor City Machine Guns, my favorite tag team of all time. Met Molly Holly. She was really cool. Very nice. Met Brody King. He actually had a decent line. But Brody King was really cool. Met Sabu. Sabu didn't say a word. Sabu didn't say a word. I just paid the vendor, posed for the picture. He ain't say a word. Met the APA. That's right. Both JBL and Farouk / Ron Simmons. Met them. They were really cool. Another favorite that I really enjoyed meeting, Tony Schiavone. Meeting him, that was huge. Having the opportunity to shake his hand was a big moment for me. Tony Schiavone was one of the first voices I ever heard when I got into pro wrestling. Because while I did see a little bit of NWA as a kid, I got more immersed in pro wrestling through WCW and WWF. So, but hearing Tony Schiavone, that was like one of the first voices that I ever heard going into getting into pro wrestling. So meeting him was such an honor and a privilege. Shaking his hand, like that was a big deal for me. And then the Super Show, the Wrestlecade Super Show on that Saturday evening. It was good. It was definitely good. The main event was the Briscoes versus the Kingdom. That was actually really good. And of course, the Kingdom is with AEW now. They had Taya Valkyrie versus Masa Slamovich. Thought that was really good. Brad Attitude versus Johnny Wrestlecade / John Morrison. They had a battle royal as well, which Nick Aldis ended up winning. So I thought that was quite entertaining. They had Jeff Jarrett versus Matt Hardy. That was good. Even Rebby Hardy and Karen Jarrett got to cat fight for a little bit. But I have to say the match of the show, and I would even go as far as to say a match of the year candidate, hands down, was Dax Harwood versus Speedball Mike Bailey. That is a match of the year candidate, and it happened at Wrestlecade 2022. It was so good that it literally came down to the last 4 or 5 seconds when the winner was decided. Dax got the 1, 2, 3 just in time. Just before time expired. But yeah, if y'all ever get a chance to watch Wrestlecade Super Show, which I believe you can watch on the Title Match Network, Dax Harwood versus Speedball Mike Bailey, I highly encourage checking that out. That is one of my match of the year candidates for this year. Hands down, match of the year candidate. So definitely check that out. But I had a blast. Had a blast at Wrestlecade. And what's up, Jesse? I still got to check out the Miyu Yamashita versus Masa Slamovich match from Prestige Wrestling. You know what, bro? I got a lot of TJPW to catch up on. I think the last couple of matches I watched were when Willow was wrestling in TJPW. I still got to check out Millie McKenzie. She's been wrestling in TJPW. I heard she had a banger of a match with Yuka Sakazaki. And I think they got an event going on, this weekend. Yeah, see, TJPW, I wish they were a little bit better on posting their schedule on their Twitter accounts and such, because it's hard to keep up with their schedule because I do want to watch more TJPW as well, but their schedule is kind of wacky, just a little. But at least they do have English commentary, so at least there's that. Jesse says I'm behind on TJPW too. Oh, so I'm not alone. I'm not alone. But yeah, and I'm still subscribed to Wrestle Universe and all that. But yeah, I definitely need to do a lot of catching up on TJPW because I've been hearing they've been putting on some banger matches. And apparently, okay, so they got the TJPW Autumn Tour December 3rd, Saturday. So yeah, they got that. Oh man. Yeah, I got so much to get caught up on. Whew. Oh, it's already up on archive. TJPW Autumn Tour. Is it already up on archive? Oh, snap. Yes, it is. Oh, they just don't have the match lineup posted. Oh. Interesting. So yeah, I gotta check that out. I gotta definitely check that out. They had the City Circuit Autumn and Autumn Tour. Yeah, see, I missed those. And then they had All Rise. Goodness gracious, I got a lot to catch up on. Holy crap. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yuka Sakazaki went up against Billy Starks for the title. Ooh. Ooh. Miyu Yamashita versus Millie McKenzie for the Pro Wrestling Eve Championship. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Forgot about that. But didn't Millie McKenzie go up against I thought she went up against Yuka. Or I probably had it backwards and was thinking Billy Starks. But I thought she went up against Yuka recently. Okay. Well, fair enough. Yeah. I got some catching up to do. So I pretty much need to start from yeah. Okay, they were in a tag team match. Yuka Sakazaki and Miyu Yamashita versus Billy Starks and Millie McKenzie. Okay, so I really need to start from that show. I need to start from that show. Okay. So I need to start from that show. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, looks like I got a lot of stuff to watch. But that'll pretty much do it for this stream. I mean, we got a lot coming up, y'all. I mean, we got more matches from the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag League, Super Junior Tag Leagues. The finals of Stardom's Goddess of Stardom Tag League is this Sunday. And then next weekend is DPW first anniversary, final battle, NXT deadline. Goodness gracious. I'm going to have a crazy pro wrestling backlog. Man. Whew. But I'll do my best. I will do my best. But let me know what y'all think about what was talked about tonight. What do y'all think about the current standings for the tournament? What do you think about Mayu Iwatani asking for more money, a restructured contract, asking for more money? Deal didn't go through. Therefore, she wasn't given the IWGP Women's Championship. What are y'all thoughts on that? AEW with what they're doing in AEW, the recent returns, House of Black, Emma, Tegan Knox, Lyra Valkyrie is coming back. Looks like Eric Young's going to be coming back. Looks like even William Regal may be coming back to WWE. So let me know what y'all's thoughts are there. And I'm still waiting on when the heck is Bray Wyatt gonna finally wrestle. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, that'll do it for this pro wrestling talk. Thank y'all so much for coming out and chatting with me. I had fun doing this indeed. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. I'm almost at 500 subscribers on YouTube. So, hey, help a brother out. Anyway, I hope everybody has a blessed weekend now that we're entering into December. The end of the year is approaching. Everybody be safe. Stay positive. Take care of yourselves. Love y'all. For another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the YouTube, the Tube. I'm Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. I will see y'all very soon in the next video. Peace out.